Hello, this is Karen. Welcome to this presentation on powers of attorney. What are springing powers? What are immediate powers? And how do I choose? A power of attorney is a document that appoints someone you choose to manage your affairs in the event of incapacity. There are two main types of powers of attorney, financial and healthcare. The focus of this talk is, when do my agent's powers come into being, and when can they take action on my behalf? There are two main ways that powers come into effect. Powers can be springing or immediate. Let's talk about each now. Immediate powers are just that. The principal executes the power of attorney, and in theory, their agent can hit the ground running when and if needed. This works for a lot of people. It's for people that have 100% trust. Bear in mind that if you and your agents are sitting in a doctor's office and you're able to hold a conversation, they're going to deal with you directly, even if your agent has so-called immediate powers. Now to springing powers. Springing means that the agent's powers only come into effect upon a showing of incapacity. The document itself usually outlines the terms. Often this means two doctors putting it in writing that the individual is no longer able to act on their own behalf. It could also mean that a court proceeding, like a guardianship or a vulnerable adult action, has been started and the court deems the individual incapacitated. With springing powers, there are some additional hurdles and hoops. Some like that because it slows down the process. Others don't want any delays in their care, especially on the medical side. This might be right for you if you'd like that extra measure of checks and balances before someone else gets in your business. So how do you choose? Sometimes I'm asked, well, what do most people do? Well, are you most people? There really is no standard answer. It depends on your preferences and your team members. Let's take one scenario. This is a longtime married couple with two kids that are pretty decent citizens. They're a close family, and for agents, they chose their spouse first, then their adult son, then their adult daughter. Their choice of effectiveness? Immediate to all. Scenario 2. Bill is divorced. He didn't have any kids and he values his alone time. Bill has lived in the same house for 40 years. He has a close neighbor friend, Bob. Bill likes his privacy. He has a sister and nieces and nephews, but he doesn't want to burden them. He's chosen a professional fiduciary as his primary agent. For healthcare, he's chosen his neighbor, Bob. His choice? Springing to all. This means that the professional and Bob won't have any powers to manage his affairs until two doctors or a court of law says so. Here's a combo scenario. Sally and George are high school sweethearts. They don't have any children, but they have a nephew who they're close to who just moved to the area after college. The nephew is on the younger end, but they wanted to name someone in the next generation as a backup. Their choice? Immediate to spouse, immediate to everyone for healthcare, but let's make it springing on the nephew's access to the finances. They will revisit this down the road when their nephew gets older. These are just a few sample scenarios to show you that one size does not fit all. There are a lot of combinations based on your circumstances and your preferences. Thank you for watching Powers of Attorney. What are springing powers? What are immediate powers? And how do I choose? I hope you have a little more information on the differences. As per usual, consult with an attorney in your jurisdiction for advice specific to your situation. Bye for now.